I welcome you to the Purpose-Driven Podcast with Simeon. Here, we bring to your doorstep financial education, skills, and strategies to help you grow financially while living intentionally. Let me ask you something. When was the first time you were taught about money? Was it in school? Or was it after you made a mistake? Because for most people, money isn't taught, it's learned the hard way, through overspending, debt, stress, and regret. Now here's the part most parents don't realize. Your child is already learning about money, not from books, not from school, but from you. Every time you spend, save, worry, or stay silent, they're watching, they're absorbing, they're building habits that could last a lifetime. And one day, they'll make financial decisions without you. No guidance, no second chances, just instincts. The question is, what will those instincts be? In this video, I'm going to show you how to teach your kids about money in a way that positively shapes their future. Not theory, not complicated advice, but real, practical lessons you can start using today, even if no one ever taught you. Because if you don't teach your kids about money, the world will, and it won't be gentle. Stay with me, because the next few minutes might change how your family thinks about money, forever. Unfortunately, most kids grow up confused about money. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most schools don't teach financial literacy, and most parents don't feel confident teaching it either. So what happens? Kids grow up learning about money from social media, friends, advertising, trial and error, which is like learning to swim by being thrown into the ocean. Let me tell you about Daniel. Daniel grew up in a loving home. His parents worked hard, bills were paid, life seemed stable, but money was never discussed. When Daniel got his first paycheck, he spent all of it because no one ever taught him the difference between income, spending, saving, and investing. And that's the gap we are fixing today. I want to state here that money is a tool, not a taboo. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Money is not emotional, people are. And kids absorb emotions before they understand logic. So if money in your home feels like stress, silence, conflict, your child learns money equals fear. But if money becomes a conversation, a tool, a skill, then your child learns money equals opportunity. Think of money like fire. Fire can cook your food, warm your home, or burn everything down. The difference? Understanding. If the above analysis hits you, drop a comment. Money is a tool. It helps more parents see this message. There is an important fact that must not be ignored. Teaching your kids about money must start early while they're in their formative age. Here's something most people get wrong. They wait too long. You don't start teaching money at 15, you start at 5. Even at 3, kids are already learning value. Take, for instance, you're in a shop. Your child wants a toy. Instead of saying, "We can't afford that," try, "We're choosing not to buy that today." That small shift teaches control, decision-making, intentional spending. Joanne, a mum from London, started giving her 6-year-old £5 a week. But here's the twist. She split it into 3 jars: spend, save, and give. Within months, her child was planning purchases, saving for bigger goals, and even donating to charity. That's not luck, that's design. Let's talk about allowance. Some people say, don't give kids money, they'll waste it. Exactly, that's the point. Because it's better to waste £5 at age 8 than £5,000 at age 28. Allowance is not just money, it's practice. Use this simple system. 1. Give consistently. 2. Don't rescue bad decisions. 3. Let consequences teach. Your child spends all their money on sweets on Monday, By Friday, they want a toy. Don't bail them out. That discomfort, that's learning. It's like letting them fall off a bicycle while you're still close enough to catch them. If you've ever struggled with this as a parent, hit like because you're not alone, and this conversation matters to all parents without exception. Teach your children the difference between needs and wants. This one lesson alone can transform a life. Ask your child, is this a need or a want? And then let them answer. Food is a need, video game is a want. But here's the deeper lesson. Wants are not bad, but wants, when they become uncontrolled, they are bad. A father once told his son, you can have anything you want, just not everything you want. That distinction builds discipline. Pause for a second. Think of something you bought recently. Was it a need or a want? Drop it in the comments. No judgment. Introduce to your children early in life about saving and delayed gratification. We live in an instant world. One-click purchases, next-day delivery, immediate gratification. But wealth is built on patience. Delayed gratification is the ability to say, not now, for something better later. For example, your child wants a £50 toy. Instead of buying it, help them create a plan. Save £10 per week. Track progress. Celebrate milestones. Saving is like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check growth. You trust the process. Introduce the importance of investing to your children early in life. Let's simplify investing. Tell your child, investing is putting your money to work so you don't have to work forever. If they save £100, explain you can spend it or you can grow it. Use relatable examples. A lemonade stand, a small online shop, even simple savings accounts. Investing is like hiring little workers. Each pound becomes a worker that earns more pounds. The more workers you have, the less you have to work. If this is making sense, share this video with another parent. You might change a child's future today. Let your children fail safely. This is where real learning happens. Failure is not the enemy. Uncontrolled failure is. If a child spends all his savings on something useless, he would regret it. That lesson will stay with him longer than any lecture. Pain is a better teacher than advice when the cost is small. Teach your children values and not just numbers. Money without values is dangerous. Teach generosity, gratitude, responsibility. Encourage giving. Even £1 matters because it builds identity. I am someone who shares. Money amplifies who you already are. If your child grows with strong values, money will magnify the good values in him. Teach them that most times advertising is designed to manipulate them to spend more. This is how to train them on how to spend. Here's something most parents don't realize. Your child is not just watching content, they are being trained. Every advert, every influencer, every flashy product is designed to do one thing: make them want more. Nowadays, in most cases when a 10-year-old sees a YouTuber unboxing a new gadget, a TikTok trend showing must-have items, suddenly they feel subtle pressure to desire the products. This is the beginning of manipulation. This is exactly what advertising is designed to achieve. Next time your child wants something, ask, "Did you want this before you saw it?" That one question builds awareness most adults never develop. Advertising is like a magician. It distracts your eyes while it reaches for your wallet. If this opens your eyes, comment, "I see the trick now." Teach your children to earn income, not just to receive money without giving value for it. Teach them how to create money, not just asking for it. Allowance teaches management, but earning teaches power. Jake, age 12, wanted a new bike. Instead of just saving allowance, he washed neighbors' cars, helped with garden work, sold old toys online. By the time he bought the bike, it meant more. Why? Because he generated the money he bought the bike with. Money earned feels different than money given. Encourage your kids to embrace doing small jobs, earning from creative ideas, earning via problem solving. Teach them about the cost of time. Here's a lesson even adults struggle with. Money is replaceable. Time is not. Instead of saying, that product costs £20, say, that's 4 hours of work. Now it hits differently, because now they're not spending money, they're spending life. Think about your last purchase. Was it worth your time? Strike your like button if my analysis above makes sense to you. Teach your children to always have the confidence to say no when necessary. One of the most powerful financial words your child can learn is just 2 letters, no. Simple, but powerful. A teenager is pressured by friends to buy expensive clothes, go out constantly, spend to fit in. If they can't say no, they'll always pay for approval. Financial freedom starts with social courage. Teach them this important and powerful phrase, I'm choosing not to spend on that right now. That's confidence without conflict. Saying no is like setting a boundary around your future. Teach them how debt really works. In most cases, debt can look like help until it becomes a trap. Don't wait until adulthood to explain to them about debt. Break it down early in a simple explanation. Debt equals borrowing from your future. For instance, if you borrow £10 today and repay £12, you just paid £2 for time. That's interest paid. Let me say this without equivocation. Not all debt is bad, but all debt must be understood. Teach them to think on long-term basis. The richest people think in years, not days or months. Children think short-term. That's natural, but you can train them to embrace long-term vision. For example, ask, would you rather have £10 today or £100 later? Then explain growth. 2 kids. One spends everything immediately, one waits, plans, grows. 10 years later, their lives look completely different. Share this video if you think it can benefit someone you know. At the appropriate age, teach your children about money and relationships. Money does not just affect your wallet, it also affects your relationships. Money arguments are one of the biggest causes of conflict in adulthood, so teach early, sharing, fairness, communication. For instance, if siblings share money or split costs, guide the conversation fairly and objectively. Teach them to say, let's agree on what's fair. Please note this. How your child handles money shapes how they handle people. Money in relationships is like oxygen. You don't notice it when it's working, but everything struggles when it's not. Teach them family money culture that can stand the test of time. Turn your home to become a training ground for financial success. Ask yourself these questions. In your home, is money avoided, feared, or understood? Adopt the following practical steps in your home with your children. Create weekly money talks, goal-setting sessions, open discussions. Example, here's what we're saving for as a family. Now your child feels included. Children don't just follow instructions, they follow environments. If you're committed to building that environment, type "Financial training starts from home." Years from now, your child won't remember every lesson, but they will remember how money felt, how decisions were made, and who guided them. And that is you. So don't aim for perfection, aim for presence. Because every small conversation today becomes a powerful instinct tomorrow. Today's conversation is not just about teaching money, it's about building confidence, discipline, freedom. You're not just raising a child, you're raising a future adult who will either control money or be controlled by it. So, start a small conversation. Start today. Because the lessons you teach now echo for a lifetime. If this video gave you even one idea to try with your child, stay connected. Subscribe for more purpose-driven insights. Like the video so more families can see it. Share it with someone who needs this. And tell me in the comments, what's one money lesson you wish you learned as a child? I read every single one. Teach them young and you will prepare them for a great future. See you in my next video.